Okay, so I'm here with Danielle Delaco, who is the star of Galt McDermott's and Maddie Solomon's premiere of Goddess Wheel. So Danielle, can you tell us a little bit about the show and about your character?
Sure. Goddess Wheel starts out with me, Lysistrata, and I am a heteri, which is the highest class prostitute. And I'm in charge of the Spasia's Gynoeceum, which is a brothel. And my life is pretty much great. I have a good source of income, I have a lover, I'm in charge, I'm my own boss. But then I start having these weird dreams, and so do the other girls that I'm in charge of. And it's because the goddesses are intervening and they want to end the Peloponnesian War because man keeps going on in time and keeps going through wars and wars and wars, and they finally want war to stop. So through the journey of the show, I change who I am, and I start out as this more rough character and become more humbled and compassionate and change my entire way of life. And I stop pleasuring men, as do the other girls in my gynoeceum, and we just really want to end the war, and that's our main goal.
So do you feel you can relate to this character as kind of dramatic she is? And
Absolutely.
changing?
I mean, I'm not a prostitute, but when you're studying a role, you try to find the similarities between yourself and the character. So I think I, like Lysistrata, have a rough exterior, and it takes a while to get to my interior, but I definitely share that more compassionate, humble side with her. And I do strive for change, and yeah, we both have a lot of similarities in that way, and that's why I started to do theater. I want to change the world in whatever way I can, as does she.
That's great. And as far as the cast of Goddess Wheel, would you say you guys work really well together? What's your dynamic like?
Well, there's 45 of us, so it's quite a large cast, and 10 of the 45 are athletes who we've not worked a lot with yet, but we will in the future. I think the dynamic is it works really well because we all come from different walks of life. Even though most of us are theater majors, we all have different backgrounds and different beliefs, and we bond really well as a cast, and we work really well. We have that really good connection, so yes.
That's great. I understand this is one of the first times you're working with the actual composer of the show. Does that put any pressure on the cast to perform in a certain way?
Absolutely.
Of course.
In the beginning, there was definitely a huge undertaking and huge pressure for me personally, and just his first even visit to our rehearsal, I was shaking and nervous, but there's definitely that pressure because they're going to be in the audience. Galt is going to be making sure we're singing the right notes, and Maddie is going to be making sure we're saying the right lines, and on top of that, we're doing it with all the intention and drive and power that we can. So there's definitely that stress factor, but once we became more comfortable, they come about once a week, so we're a lot more comfortable with them now, and
do you feel it's made you really grow as an actress?
I do. I think every day I'm growing as an actress, and I'm never going to stop, hopefully. And definitely helped me grow because I even see their path with and we have the luxury of asking them questions, so it's really great to have them there and have them a part of the process.
Mm-hmm. That's exciting. So what's different about this musical at Wagner from the ones you've done in the past?
Well, first of all, it's a completely original production, and we're the first people to be doing it, so that's the first thing that's really different about it. We get revisions almost every other day of scenes, so we're never completely off book because every time I think I know the script perfectly, I get a line change here and there, so that's one major difference. Another is that usually it takes about a month for a Wagner show to go up, or any show really, and we had the luxury of working all semester long on it. So we have about 3 months, maybe a little more, to work on it. And also with the technology aspect, we have a lot of projections in the show and a lot of technology to really help guide the story. So that's really, really cool.
And what would you say is the most exciting part of the production for yourself, really?
The most exciting part for me would be creating a new character. No one has played this role really before, and it's such an honor and a privilege to go on this journey with her. And she's such a strong character, and discover things about her and about myself. And I had an idea going into it what I was going to make her be like, but it keeps changing every day, and it's really, really great, and it keeps me on my feet, and it keeps me living in this unknown world, which I have grown to love.
Do you think it's the last time Goddessville will be performed, or is it possible it may spark some interest in the theater world?
I absolutely don't think it's the last time it will be performed. I think, especially because it's coming out now with this whole it has a theme of anti-war and change, and especially with what's going on in Afghanistan and with the Wall Street riots. I definitely think it's a very now and current play, and its themes are so timeless that it's definitely not the last time it will be performed, I hope.
And going along those themes, there's so many underlying themes to Goddessville. What would you say the main message of the show is?
I think the main message is that we need to change from the inside out, meaning one of the messages is that war is inside every human being. So we have to really change and make it love and make it peace to change the world.
And lastly, if you had to describe the production in one word, what would it be?
I would have to say change.
That's great. Well, we're really looking forward to seeing your show, and I hope everything goes well.
Thank you. It's great being here.